Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Shaman Rain. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. Here you are safe. Here you are inspired. Here you might be a little bit triggered, but hopefully you allow that to be your medicine for the soul. For the soul. Every time I come here, I do something a little bit different. Maybe one day I'll have a script that I say, but I just go where spirit lead me. Okay, so I come and I always bring you with peace, love, light, and joy. So let's jump into it today. Right, I got the cards in my bag, but we not even finna get on that right now. We are finna get into trusting. Literally, we keep saying it, but like, are y'all doing it? Because I have to keep coming back and keep saying it. Trust where you're led. Right, spirit is here. We went to the park again. It was a beautiful experience. And we walked up to one of the trees. And it's a tree that we typically give offering to. I've given offering to a couple different times. And when I leaned against it, I asked this time, I was like, is it okay? Confirmation, excuse me. I said, is it okay for me to get these cashews? We brought cashews. And so they said, yes, we've been waiting for you. And I was just like, whoa, okay, you've been waiting for me. And that's because I have not been going to give the offering like I used to. When it was nicer, it's just now starting to get back nice. But even the last time we went to the park, I was questioning. I'm like, should I go over there to that tree? Because internally, I felt a type of way about not coming. And it's crazy because when I said that was my birth time. And that speaks a lot about trusting when you're led. I felt a type of way about not going to that tree. And I'm like, well, why do I feel like I need to keep my distance, but like I'm still feeling like I should just go over there and just say, I'm so sorry for leaving you. I'm so sorry. Even in the wintertime, I couldn't come and just give you love, because I know during those times, typically people don't go to the park. You know what I'm saying? And so the trees really just needed my energy just as much as I needed them. And that's why I was led back there, right? So they said, I've been waiting for you. And I'm like, dang, okay. So no sooner than I dropped the cashews, a squirrel runs with the baby. They had a baby in its mouth to the tree that we're at, right next to us. Not right next to us, but I'm saying it climbed up the tree right next to us. And the squirrel's home is inside the tree. Right there, just right there. And I was like, whoa, he's right there. And then she just hopped in her hole with her baby and was just like, but how many of you guys have ever had a squirrel run in your direction, run towards you? How many? How many? That's the message. When you are literally doing what you're supposed to do, it doesn't matter if you're trying to get a house, if you're trying to get a car, if you're trying to get love in your life, if you're trying to acquire self-love, if you're trying to ascend, if you're trying to expand in your businesses, it does not matter. Spirit will always show you right when you're in that alignment. They will always show you you're right there. That blew my mind. A squirrel ran up to us at the tree. Our hands are on the tree. We're touching the tree. The squirrel was sitting right next to another tree. But they said, no, I feel safe. This is my home. You don't intimidate me. I just want to get in my home. I don't know what you're doing. Don't cut down our tree, whatever it is. But they knew that they were safe and they could be safe. And so they ran home. How I should have been when I got to the park instead of sitting on the other side. But I sat on the other side for a reason, because it was going to rain. That was the day that I did the live when it was raining, the video when it was raining. And we were able to see the hawk eat. Spirit said, come on down. When I tell you it's time to eat, it's time to eat. So today it was time to eat. You feel what I'm saying? Do y'all hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying? It literally is just, it blows my mind. Every single time. The freedom that I have acquired because I've allowed myself to just be free. I said, no, Marquise, you don't need to sit in that. You don't have to sit in that because society said that you did. because the environment that you grew up in said that you did. The family dynamics that you had has shown you that this is probably the only way that you don't have to sit in that. If you trust where I take you, you're gonna have everything that you want, everything. So I was just on here crying about the car the other day, y'all. Crying about the car. Frustrated about the house. Frustrated about all of these different things, just to have God have something in the works for me, for us, my partner and I, Shaman lovers. On our way to the park, we were having it wasn't, I don't want to say a tough conversation, but it was a conversation that I realized sometimes, even in walking across the street, that's how we feel in our relationship. So what it was, and I know that he's okay with me sharing it, even though I did not ask him yet. I'm asking him telepathically. But it's healing information. We're the Shaman lovers, so we got to give it to you. Universal love, 606. Okay, come on now. So we pressed the button across the street. I was looking ahead. He was watching traffic. The both of us had our own mission. I see the sign says walk, so I started walking, and I said, come on. Now, I might not have said it as loud as I thought or as loud as he needed me to say it, but he's still watching for the cars, and when he looks back, I'm already ahead. So he proceeded to say, babe, you always leaving me. He's a slower walker. I'm a faster paced walker. I have longer legs, so I take bigger steps. My dad has always told me, and my family is like we run, okay? We run. And I've always shocked the hell out of people because I've always been thick, borderline a little bit too big. You feel what I'm saying? But I dust your ass. I will leave you in the dirt. You heard me? And so they be like, oh my goodness, how this girl? I know how to do the legs. So anyway, it's just the legs. So I just take longer strides like I'm walking. So when he said that, I felt immediately like I'm the problem. Like it's me. Like I need to just slow down. And that just didn't sit right. And so when we were walking, as we were walking, some trees right over there were cut down. And Spirit is like, don't let nobody cut you down. If he loves you, he's going to hear you, and you both are going to be empowered by this conversation. And so I just said, hey, I don't like how it comes off like I'm the reason why you're getting left. I was looking ahead, and we both had a mission. We both had to cross the street. Now, both of us were not wrong, but like, don't make it seem like I just deliberately left you, because I would never just leave you and be like, oh, haha, that's some childish stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just see you across the street. You get here when you get here. So he's like, no, I understand that. I could see how that, and it was a joke. It was a jokingly, like, I could see how that comes off that way, and I didn't realize that. So thanks for saying it. And then I started thinking, and I'm like, damn, I think that this is just a feeling that I feel overall, like anybody, not just you, but anybody in my life, and I don't want that feeling. So I need to speak to my partner first, so it's a little bit easier to have these conversations, because I don't want people to feel like I'm leaving you behind, because baby, anywhere that I'm going, I'm telling you, you can go, but you have to be willing to go where Spirit is leading you. I can't just tell you, okay, y'all, come on, and I'm the only one looking at the damn light. You gotta trust. Blind faith and trust. So I was like, I feel like, it can sometimes feel like that just within our relationship. And my relationship with people is not just him. It's just my relationship with people because I allowed it. And he understood. He's like, no, that makes sense. No, I understand. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm like, I know it's a tough conversation, because I feel us both kind of like, damn, all of that from crossing the street. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to unpack all of this while we crossing the street. But you have to be mindful and intentional about the walks that you take, about where you're going, about where Spirit is leading you, right? So I was intentional. I said, Spirit, I know that you're going to heal me. You're going to lead me where I need to go. You're going to help me get everything that you have told me that I'm able to get. I just got to be willing to break down these walls, break it down step by step. Any little thing, I need to be willing to have the balls to communicate. So we talked, and as we're walking, and as I'm saying, I know this can be kind of tense, but I appreciate you listening. He's like, well, I appreciate you talking, because how do we know we feel this way if we're not communicating? And he flips over. It was a card outside on the ground. 6 of Hearts. Love. It was just 1023. Love. That's the reason why we're able to do what we do. Because we love ourselves enough to actually listen to the other person. Listen to spirit and be inspired instead of being triggered. Instead of allowing ourselves to go to this trigger mindset, like, oh my goodness, this person is telling me that I'm doing this, or I'm gaslighting, or I'm being narcissistic, or I'm doing that. Listen. You owe it to yourself to listen, because a lot of the times you don't even realize that this is what's really going on in your life, in your energy. Trust where you're led. If you're going to, if you want everything, it was just 11:11. If you want those wish fulfillments to happen, you have to trust where spirit is leading you. And a lot of the time, the shit is not going to sound like, oh yeah, just call off work today. You'll get in the house tomorrow. And just house hunt all day. By the time, I guarantee you're going to find that house. It's not going to work like that. That's that quick, you know what I'm saying? As quick as it come, baby, it's going to leave just as fast. Confirmation, because a lot of what happened, a lot of what is happening is, and I'm open, you please leave the comments and tell me how you feel about it. But what I notice is happening, and look, here's my friend, my little gray cat friend. You got to trust. Hello, friend. Hi. Yeah, I know. Trust that intuition. Y'all listen, don't play. I be knowing what I know. And that cat comes back here because I feed it. 12:12, new beginnings, because I feed the cat. I bring our offerings outside. Matter of fact, I have some offerings. I got some ribs out, and I'm going to bring them out. Okay? And she just sat down because she knows. So I'm going to wrap this up so I can do what I need to do for her. But, y'all just gonna see me be a shaman. Spirit said, feed that cat. I'm gonna go get you some ribs, okay? But I don't want to stop the video because that's just not the type of time we on. I don't even remember what I was talking about. But Spirit wants me to be a great leader. And I had given ribs for an offering the other day. And they told me to throw them out. It was time. And so now it's time. And the cat is sitting. She sat right by that tree. And she's like, I need something to eat. And Shaman Rain got it. See them ribs? Mm-hmm. Y'all done had a mini tour of my house. Oh, it's okay, baby. Here, I'm going to just toss them over there. She took off running. I just tossed them because she was trying to come up the stairs. Yes, you have ribs right there. You can eat. So, Spirit, pick me up where I left off. If you're not willing to have those tough conversations, if you're not willing to trust where you're led, how will you ever accomplish the things that you want to accomplish? So what has been happening is people have been given a lot of spiritual influencers have been given, they've been given the mission to come in and show you which path to choose, give you a crossroads. Do you want to be on the road to complete healing, or do you want to be on the road of instant gratification? That's what it is. Because yes, you can have all of these things, but remember, everything comes with a price. So are you really healing your lineage when you do that? so that your kids can be set up for something better, so that your kids can have more. Your kids is not getting this house taken away and foreclosed, or are you just doing it because you want it right now in this life, and you're not really healing the things that need to be healed? You just sweeping it under the rug and using spirit as the scapegoat, because people have, it was 15-15, and spirit is here. Trust where you're led, so that you can really do the dismantling and leave all of the extra conditioning and things. It takes time to unlearn and learn again, and unlearning and learning again is a process. It is an extreme process, and it can seem like you're left out and all alone and nobody cares about the things that you're going through. But if you trust where spirit is leading you, you won't ever feel left behind. You will always be exactly where you need to be, and you will be ready to do those changes. You will be committed to yourself. So I say all of that to say, keep going. And if y'all need somebody, I am always here. Always leave a comment, send a message to my email, whatever it is that you need. You have somebody. Okay? Show up for yourself. Pour into yourself first. Stop getting up and picking up your phone the first thing to see if the money came, if the people said something, if this and that happened. Blind faith. Get up and pray. Get up and meditate. Get up and shower. Brush your teeth. Make some tea. Get dressed. Start the day. Go for a walk. And then allow spirit to move in your life the way that you deserve for spirit to move. Not the way that everybody else says spirit should move, but the way you truly deserve. Thank you so much for being here. I will always send you guys with peace, love, light, and joy. I love you. I love you. I love you. Toodles.